listen to English conversations, and speak what you hear. One of the most effective ways to improve your English speaking skills is to listen closely to how others speak and repeat what you hear. It sounds simple, but it's one of the strongest habits you can build. The best speakers didn't just study grammar books. They pay attention to real conversations, they listen with intention, and they repeat them again and again until those patterns become natural. You are not just learning words, you're learning how people actually use those words. That's the big difference. Textbooks can only teach you so much, they give you the rules. But people don't always speak by the rules. Real communications is different. It's more natural, it's more emotional, it flows in a way you can understand by hearing it in action. So, if you are serious about becoming better speakers, you need to start training your ears. Spend time listening to English conversations, not just once in a while, but every single day. Choose content that sounds like real life. Movies, interviews, podcasts, YouTube videos, even casual conversations on the street. These are tools now. Don't just play them in the background. Listen with focus. Pay attention to how people express emotion, how they pause, how they ask questions, how they respond. Once you hear something that sounds useful or interesting, speak it out loud. Don't just think about it, say it. Speaking what you hear is where the real transformation begins. You take something external and make it your own. You train your mouth to move the way native speakers speak. You train your brains to recall those phrases in real time. That's real learning. That's practice that sticks. You don't need to memorize full speeches. You need to grab pieces that real conversation and make them part of your conversation. For example, if you hear someone say, I'm not sure about that, say it out loud. Feel the tone. Match the pace. Repeat it 5 times. Then try saying it in your own sentences. Try saying it with different emotions. Practice using it. The more you do this, the more natural you become. Not because you are forcing it, but because you are absorbing the pattern of real speech. It becomes part of how you think and how you express yourself. When children learn to speak, they don't starting first. They listen, they repeat, they copy, and they improve by watching and trying. You can do the same. When you speak what you hear, you strengthen the connection between understanding and expressions. You might not catch every word at first, that's fine. It's okay to not understand everything, but if you listen every day, your ears will get sharper. You'll start to recognize the flow of sentences, you'll notice patterns, you'll pick up useful expressions. Over time, the things that once felt confusing will begin to make sense, and when you repeat those phrases out loud, your confidence starts to grow. You stop second guessing yourself. You don't need to translate in your head anymore. You just speak. Because your brain's already heard that pattern 100 times. It feels familiar and it feels comfortable. That's what you're working towards. You can turn this into daily habit. Just 5 minutes of listening materials. Play a short clips. Pause after every sentence. Repeat what you hear. Try to sound just like the speakers. If you struggle with this sentence, play it again. Don't move forward until you've tried saying it clearly. You're not racing, you're mastering, and that takes focus. This method works because it gives you real feedback. When you say something and it doesn't sound right, you feel it. Your ears can tell. That's your brain's improving. You correct yourself, you adjust, you get better without needing anyone to tell you. You become your own coach. This habit also helps you think faster in English because you've heard so many phrases already. Your brain has more options to work with when you speak. You are not stuck trying to build a sentence from scratch. You already have the pieces. You just put them together and save time. When you hear native speaker talk, you don't just hear words. You learn how emotions are expressed. You hear how someone sounds, whether excited, nervous, angry, or relaxed. That's emotional tones. It's a big part of communications. When you repeat what you hear, you start building that emotional awareness into your own speaking style. That's what makes you sound more real, more human, more confident. You don't need special equipment, you just need your phone and focused mind. This is something anyone can do. The most people don't. They listen passively. They play content while doing something else. That's okay for entertainment, but not for learning. Real learning needs full attention. When you hear a new phrase and you speak it immediately, you give your brain a signal. This is important. Your brain listens to that. It remembers. And the more you do it, the more you train your brain to absorb and spoken English with ease. You can make this fun too. Watch scenes from your favorite movies, play a clip where two people are talking, try to copy their exact words and energy. Be playful with it. You are not trying to become them, you are learning from them. Let their expressions guide you. Let the natural flows become part of how you speak. Over time, you'll notice something incredible. You'll begin to sound more natural. You speak with better rhythm. Your tone will be clearer. You stop pausing in the middle of your sentences. And most importantly, you'll start enjoying the process of speaking. It won't feel like a test. It will feel like a skill you owned. Don't underestimate the power of listening and repeating. It sounds simple. You don't need more rules. You need more real speech. You need to hear how people actually talk. And you need to speak it out loud until your own voice becomes strong and natural. Make this a challenge for yourself. One short conversations every day. Listen closely. Repeat it 3 times. Try it again later in the day. Keep doing it day after day. What we'll discover is every minute you spend listening and repeating is a step forward. It's not wasted time. When you meet someone and you speak clearly, confidently, and naturally, they'll have no idea how much time you put into listening and repeating. But you'll know. You remember the hours, you remember the effort, and you'll feel proud because you earned that fluency. You trained for it, you created it. One conversation at a time, one sentence at a time, one moment at a time. That's how you improve your English speaking skills, not by magic, not by luck, but by consistent, focused effort. You listen to real people, you speak what you hear, you keep doing it, and that moment comes when you speak with ease and confidence. You'll know it worth every second.